Our football fanatics to another episode of NFL Twincast, NFL Twin Take, however you are listening. So today we're going to address who we think the top five rookies are who have the best odds of winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Last week we did Offensive Rookie of the Year. Before we do that, Corey, why you ask I'm wearing this jersey?
I never asked.
Two reasons.
I did not
The
ask.
Blackhawks are going to the playoffs, baby. It's hockey time. Stanley Cup, stand up. 3 cups in 6 years, should have been 4, voted the number one NHL team of the dynasty. It's Hockey Nation. And yes, this
number
is
one.
this is
a dynasty.
What?
Number one. What's of the dynasty?
Oh, of the decade. Darn it. Sorry, of the decade. We are a dynasty. And what was question number 2? Yes, this is Patrick Kane, Corey, a top 5 American-born hockey player of all time.
I'm not asking any
questions. But yeah, so I know Mikey, all you Blues fans out there are kind of crying because the Hawks are back at the table for Stanley Cup. But okay, besides that, now we'll get back on the NFL, Corey. So anything to add to that? Get started.
I just thought this was an NFL show, but
yeah, well, I got excited when I found out the Hawks are going to playoffs.
It's because you have nothing positive to say about the Bears, so you keep talking about other Chicago sports teams in the past. We feel for you,
actually,
buddy.
I just finished reading, guys.
No, we're talking about.
It was about the '85 Bears. Jim McMahon, you're a boss, and
okay, so
most ferocious defense out there.
About today's episode, Kyle should enjoy this episode because the Bears are known for defense.
Monsters of the Midway.
So we're gonna go over who we think are the 5 best defensive rookies.
Jalen Johnson.
And maybe not the best, but I would say who have the best chances of winning Rookie of the Year. So a lot goes into that. Something I found when I was doing some notes on this, within the last 15 years, there's been 4 edge players to win the award, and then there's been 6 linebackers. So obviously you have a good chance if you're a defensive end, also being a linebacker, you get a lot of tackles.
Well, I think that is because that's what everyone's looking for now is that athletic kind of, they call it, I mean, position-wise now, you just call it an edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're looking for, you can combine the DN linebacker, almost even safety now. That hybrid defensive player who's an athletic freak, who could literally cover receivers, running backs out of the backfield, who can, who's too quick for the O-lineman, who can get to the quarterback, get the edge. I mean, it's turning into a different, just a hybrid positionless player.
They're going for speed. They're going for speed and athleticism versus in the past it was big, strong, physical.
Yeah, I mean, and those guys are going to rack up stats, which is going to help with winning Rookie of the Year.
Well, and before we dive into this, also, not a lot of defensive backs have won this award in the last 15 years, but 2 of the last 5 defensive rookies of the year have been defensive backs. Shout out Marshawn Lattimore, baby.
Well, and another reason too, though, when you're a defensive back, it's hard to see those stats unless you're breaking down the film because the good defensive backs, they don't go after them. The quarterbacks don't attack them.
You basically have to get passed on a lot.
Exactly, to get like the interceptions, get the tackles. I mean, a lot of times when you're a corner or secondary, sometimes it's not good to have the most. I mean, if you have the most tackles on the team, they're going at you the whole game.
Look at Patrick Peterson.
Oh, that guy's a boss.
Statistically, he's never like the best in stats, but that's because no one wants to throw it.
Yeah, no one wants to throw it. It's like Revis Island, man.
He's going to cover your number 1, and he's going to do his job. You won't hear about him during a game very often. So to start off, Kyle, at number 5, out of Iowa.
Epinesa?
Yep.
Epinesa. So AJ Epinesa from Iowa. The guy's he's the typical blue collar, bring your lunch pail to work kind of player.
Edge rusher.
Yep, edge rusher.
Chance to win it.
And the thing is, he still has a very high ceiling, a way to go, but he produces. I mean, he puts up numbers, and he was the best player on that good Iowa defense, which Iowa had a top 20 defense. Big Ten, you have to have a great defense. You're going up against Jonathan Taylor. You're going up against the running backs who keep coming out of Penn State. You're going up against Ohio State, so you're going up against Dobbins. I mean, you have to have a good D-line, especially when you're facing the Badgers, the Wolverines, all those O-lines in the Big Ten, their offensive line,
I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't help but yawn. We're talking about Big Ten football?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Smash mouth football, man.
SEC is where it's
run it down your throat. So that's why Epinesa, the only reason he even dropped was because I think his combine numbers weren't the greatest, which who cares what the guy does with spandex?
He's a football player. He puts the pads on.
Well, they got him good value where they slot him because he was first-round talent.
Well, where's he gone?
First-round talent. Buffalo.
Exactly.
Bills Mafia, stand up.
If you have watched Buffalo within the past 2 years,
top 10 defense.
I would push them top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Their offense ends with the greatest. So with their defense under circumstances, the stats are worse for their defense because they're having to play short fields and having to be on the field often, but their defense is stingy. That's the reason they've been competitive.
They don't have Brady in the division twice a year anymore.
Yeah.
Got a rookie quarterback coming in Miami.
They want that dog
You got
mentality.
Darnold, who's a turnover machine with mono.
They want tough players. They don't want the people who are going to be cocky divas. They don't want complainers. They want hard workers. That don't care about stats. And I mean, AJ is going to be that guy. His dad's a coach. Hey, he comes from a family where like, hey, they coach football, coach mentality. Probably he's football IQ is great. He has great toughness, grit.
Well, and what I like about him is he's not the. I mean, yeah, he's a big boy, but he's not like the biggest athletic freak. So he works hard.
He plays with a lot of heart.
Yeah, he works hard. I mean, sometimes there's flashes where like he turns it on and off, so you need him to be doing that every down instead. But just a little more consistency. But that's about it. I mean, he's going to be on a great defense already in a good system, and he already comes from a great college system in Iowa. So I think that's a great pick for Buffalo.
He's going to fit right in with that defense. It's a great landing spot.
Even if he doesn't get the stats with sacks, he's going to be a run stuffer.
I think if you were him, the two best scenarios would have been Buffalo or Chicago with the way he plays defense, and he landed in one of them. So next at number 4, this is going to shock a lot of listeners or viewers because a lot of people don't know him, but Akeem-Davis Gaither. If you don't know this guy,
is that Appalachian
State. There's a reason they don't play many televised games. They're great organization, great college.
Don't forget when they upset Michigan.
Yeah, competitive as heck.
House.
The thing with this guy is, I compare him to Darius Leonard because Darius Leonard came from a small school, but Darius Leonard dominated at that school and against his competition. Look what he does in NFL. This guy has a potential. He's a tackling machine. He's athletic. He's quick. He's fast. Smart. He's always around the ball. And just because, yes, he came from a small school, but what did he do at that school? He dominated the competition.
Who cares? I'm done caring about the school they come from at this point, honestly, because there's so many great athletes out there that some of them just do go unnoticed. I mean, Garoppolo went to Eastern. We went to Eastern.
Well,
how does Jimmy Garoppolo go unnoticed to Eastern?
Look where Randy Moss went. The thing is,
there's so many things that go into where they go to college.
Exactly, into recruiting, family situation, hometown.
Jim McMahon, one time he listened to Authority. His dad wanted him to go to BYU. He's the opposite of a Mormon. He went there because his dad wanted him to go there, like just even parents because he wanted to go to games. There's so much that goes into grades where your family wants you to go.
I didn't even know he went there. I just heard.
Taysom
Hill went there.
He only broke 55 NCAA records at BYU, but that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
55 records.
I just think of Taysom Hill.
Oh, maybe you forgot the bowl game too when they were down by 20, but like 4 minutes left.
Maybe Steve Young's probably a little more.
Nah, I think Jim McMahon's the man, the punky QB.
You keep veering off. What is this episode about?
Well, the point is he went to the college because his dad wanted to be able to drive to watch him play games. So he could have went to other colleges.
Oh, no, yes.
My point is that there's so much that goes into where some of these players, why they go to these different schools.
Davis Gaither landed in Cincinnati, which people are going to say that's a bad spot, but that's a good spot because he's going to learn a lot. He's going to have a lot of room for growth. They need linebackers. Ever since Vontaze Burfict.
I was just going to say, you can't do worse than Burfict. I mean, you stay in the game and don't get suspended.
He's good, though. Burfict's good.
Yeah, he's good, but the guy, my God, he probably spent every single day in the principal's office.
This guy's going to be a good player one day. He might not be a superstar, but I do think he has an opportunity like Darius Leonard to win Defensive Rookie of the Year with the amount of tackles. He'll be around the ball.
And kind of opposite how with Offensive Rookie of the Year, you need that great team.
Defense, you don't.
Defense, guess what? If your defense sucks, no offense, Cincinnati, he's probably going to have over 100 tackles. If he's any good, if he's the best on their defense, they're going to be going after Cincinnati's defense. He's going to be on the field so often. He's going to have a lot of stats.
Well, yeah, he's going to be on often because Burrow's going to be throwing tutties every time he gets the ball. They're going to be right back out on defense.
I hope so.
So, number 3, Kyle, top cornerback from Ohio State.
Oh, Jeffrey Okudah.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Okudah. So, the guy is just a shutdown corner. I don't even know if he had one pass interference or holding penalty all last year.
He told the scout he didn't.
Yeah, and the thing is with him, as we just said, when you're the best cornerback, they go at you all day. The number one receiver from every team went at Jeffrey Okudah.
Well, they don't go.
Every day. And guess what? Because of Ohio State's offense scoring so often, they had to keep passing. So they kept passing. I'm
about to debate with you real quick.
What?
So,
sorry, no.
They don't go at you.
He went after the number one receiver on every team, though.
Yes.
He covered the number one receiver for every team.
But if you're a top corner, they're not going to throw at you.
Okay, but their second cornerback was taken in the first round, too.
No, I get that, but I'm saying people didn't throw on him a lot because he wasn't going to give up receptions.
But, sorry, it's flipped that he was covering the number one receiver on every team. Sorry. Flip that one. Anyways, but he's going to be a shutdown corner, and he's also taking a spot of Darius Slay.
Oh, and, dude, yeah. Big play Slay, man.
As a Bears fan, I know the Lions are kind of laughable every year. So the fact is they're going to be throwing all day on that defense because that was one of the bottom 3 defenses, especially their secondary, in the whole NFL. So He'll have his hands full, but he's so good. He's already like
if you could make up what you would want in your top cornerback, like their athleticism, their body type, and everything, you would almost draw him up. He's big, he's physical, and he's athletic. He's very smart.
And he doesn't get beat. He has ball skills.
He's gonna have a shot.
Line. Yeah,
I mean, look at what Slade did there. It was underrated because of where he's at. The only thing going against Jeffrey Okudah is that he's at a franchise that doesn't get a lot of primetime games. They don't get talked about, attention. So that might be why he doesn't win it. But we had to put him in the top 3 because of he was by far.
Well, he was far and away the top corner.
Yes, top
far and away
prospect.
Like his buddy, his teammate Damon Arnett, also a first round pick, solid corner. But I mean, he was by far better than him. Arnett any other years might be a top 2-3 cornerback. But he was just so overshadowed because of Jeffrey Okudah.
And I know Minnesota beat the Saints in the playoffs, but still, besides that, he's going against Cousins and Trubisky.
Allen Robinson, Anthony Miller.
Rodgers is the only one that can have a chance at
Darnell Mooney.
And Rodgers has no receivers to throw to besides Adams. So he has a good chance.
Cole Kmet, Jimmy Graham.
And then FC North.
And Mitch we trust.
Number 2,
Nick Foles.
The most athletic player in this combine.
Isaiah Simmons?
Yep. He literally is a freak. Like, in a good way. That guy, he fast, huge, physical. The guy, you can't even name a position he plays, which is what you want these days.
Last year, I think he played over 100 snaps at about 4 different positions.
And he did good at every one of them.
He played pretty much corner, safety, played linebacker, he played on the D-line, he played DN, he literally played like 4, he lined up in like 4 different defensive positions, and he did it all.
He's a bigger Tyrann Mathieu. That was why Tyrann Mathieu, that's why he's good, and that's what made him good at LSU. And Isaiah Simmons is that hybrid player. You can literally put him in a linebacker. You could put him as a defensive end. You could literally put him as a safety.
He's kind of like a defensive Walter Payton. Walter Payton was a kicker, a punter. He threw 10 touchdowns in his career.
I was going to say Taysom Hill, but okay.
I mean, I'd say Walter Payton.
He's kind of like
Walter Payton's a little better than
Taysom Hill's a Swiss Army knife. So, anyways.
I just had Walter Payton kick field goals, extra points, and threw for 10 touchdowns.
Well, you could have used him to kick your field goal when Parkey missed
16,000 yards. Cody Parkey.
He probably kicks better than Parkey. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
I kick better.
So, Isaiah Simmons is a ball hog.
Yeah.
He finds the ball.
I'm expecting big things, Isaiah. I'm expecting big things.
He's going to get some turnovers.
Especially Arizona. I'm expecting some.
They are going to design things specifically for him to get some quarterback hurries. He's going to get turnovers. He's going to be around that ball.
He has help. I know Arizona needs improvement on defense, but Chandler Jones is already coming off one edge. So if you line him up opposite of Chandler Jones,
well, who else is playing?
And then you have Patrick Peterson. So that you have 2 guys who are pretty much elite at their positions already on defense. So that's good. Well, because you have Patrick Peterson in the back part of the secondary, so back of the defense. You have Chandler Jones on edge, and then you put Isaiah in the middle. So all 3 parts of the defense, all 3 phases, you have somebody good. They're elite at their talent. Middle of the defense, back end of the defense,
and how do you win awards? You have to be exciting, you have to be around the ball, and you have to make plays. He does those. He has a good chance. And the other thing with him is, this day and age, you talked about when we opened up, they want players that confuse offensives, that can play multiple roles on defense, and he's going to be kind of like a Khalil Mack. Yeah. Like, they're going to use him like that. And
confusing defenses. Buddy Ryan, 46 defense. Why were they so amazing? Nobody knew how to stop them.
We keep having to bring up stuff from like the 80s.
Dude, the 85 Bears.
2020.
Why do you think we're still talking about them?
Because
they're the greatest team of all time.
You have nothing
the greatest
else to talk
defense of all time.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. You just have no other years to talk about.
Return of the Mac, the 85 Bears are back.
You guys pick up your quarterbacks at the grocery store.
Yeah, and we still win.
And you overpay them. To continue, though.
Sorry, I'm not a financial advisor.
you should be. Isaiah Simmons, he's going to be around the ball. He's going to make plays. He's going to have a great chance at this because everyone kind of knows his name going into it. I mean, you have to rank him top 2.
Oh, yeah. Everybody will have an eye on him when he's on the field because everybody loves the talent and stuff. They see it. We've seen what he can do at Clemson, so we want to see what he can do now.
And who's he going to be guarding? They're going to use him to go after George Kittle. They're going to use him to go after Russell Wilson from scrambling in a pocket to spy him. They're going to have to take an extra day of the offenses each week to plan for him. Yeah,
because they don't know where they're going to line him up.
He's going to be needed.
So that's going to be a headache for offenses because they're going to have to take an extra day to plan. Just how do we stop Isaiah Simmons?
He's got a good shot.
He can not only rush, he can cover.
Well, at number 1, we have the top prospect in the draft. Kyle, who is it?
Chase Young, baby, Chase Young. So. Solid pick. And the reason I like this one too, because the Redskins, I think their D lines could be, if they stay
They're
healthy,
young, a young defensive
top
line.
5 D line. They should be if they all produce. They got the 2 boys from Bama,
Payne.
so Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen.
Yep.
They got Ryan Kerrigan, and then now you bring in Chase Young. So that's literally top 5 easy if they stay healthy and just produce a little bit. D line, they should be top 5, top 3. Chase Young, he had 16.5 sacks last year at Ohio State. Yes, he did disappear in the playoffs and the Big Ten championship. That's what worried me. But 16.5 sacks, Ohio State record. He's supposed to be better than the Bosa brothers.
I had to put him at 1.
Supposed to be.
I had to put him at 1 because of what you just said. Look what the Bosa brothers have done in the NFL. And if you can actually truthfully say he's as good as them or better, you got to put him up there.
And those are coming from people who coached the Bosa brothers. That's the insane part. It's like, I'm like, are you the Bosas? Who can be better than the Bosas?
He has all the potential. He has a great D-line around him, like you said, so he doesn't have to do it himself. My knock on him, he's very big on his speed and size in college to get past the offensive lineman, and we saw once he played better competition,
sorry, the Big Ten is not going to have competition for you.
No, I'm just saying, when he played better competition,
just the big moments you're saying, so Big Ten championship playoffs.
And so that's needed. Every moment's a big moment in the NFL.
But 16.5 sacks at Ohio State.
Oh yeah, no, he's
and the talent. So he's shown he can produce. He's a freak of nature, athletically, and size, and talent, and speed. He has all that.
He has everything going for him to be.
Yeah, if that D-line coach just works with him a little bit, so he's not like a one-trick pony or something, or he's just doing like swim moves or something, or like something like that in D-line. So he works with him with his hands and technique, just basically technique. His technique gets a little better. I mean,
what he needs
Michael Jordan says, the ceiling's the roof.
He needs to hit up Cam Jordan. Hit up Cam Jordan, take some tips.
So, but yeah, so I mean, yeah, Chase Young, I think he literally has an amazing shot.
Yeah.
All eyes on him. He has a great D-line.
Look who their head coach is.
And Ron Rivera.
Yeah, exactly.
85 Bears. Back to the 85 Bears. See, this all came full circle, guys. Back to the 85 Bears. Ron Rivera was on them. So, and I just want to throw in 2 other names who I think could also have a good shot at winning Defense Rookie of the Year, though. Corey, Patrick Queen.
Zach Bond.
Okay, but no, honestly though.
Oh yeah, so Patrick Queen. He's athletic,
and he's literally what we were just talking about with Isaiah Simmons. It's just he only has 1 year of starting.
Yeah, he's like a poor man's Isaiah Simmons.
And guess who he's on? The Ravens.
It's great defense.
So the Ravens have one of the best.
I wanted to put him in here.
They have one of the best defensive lines in football, and you know how the Ravens defense is. They're just like those old Bears defenses, the old Steelers defenses. They always have a good defensive system.
Old Tampa Bay defense.
So Patrick Queen, he is that positionless hybrid linebacker. And he only has 1 year starting, so you just put some size on him, and he's raw talent. He's going to keep growing.
And look what he did as a 1 year starter.
Well, exactly. He's already producing. He's raw. Yeah, he's raw talent, so he's going to grow into his own.
Baltimore obviously liked him too, and they know how to develop.
I mean, with Baltimore's D line, they're not going to get to the second
level.
Yep, second level that much, so he can blitz more often and whatnot, and just. If a D line's kind of plugging a hole, he can come in and get the tackle. And they do the dirty work, he'll come in and finish him.
And he doesn't need to be on the field a lot because they're the top running team. Them and the Niners.
He could fill C.J. Mosley, kind of an old Ray Lewis kind of thing. You know how Ravens are with linebackers.
Yeah.
Filling out Terrell Suggs was an edge rusher. And then one other name I want to throw out there.
Zach Bond.
Javon Kinlaw.
Okay, yeah.
He tackled for 49ers. Reason being, Bosa. You have Bosa and D Ford. You still have Bosa and D Ford on there. And then Kinlaw's going to take DeForest Buckner's position.
Well, look what Buckner did in that position.
And I don't care what anyone says. Last year, the Niners had the best D-line. They would have, if their offense would have maybe ran the ball and actually controlled the ball a little more in the second half Super Bowl, Bosa wouldn't have ran out of his gas tank was on E.
Hey, you heard it here. Kyle's an offensive coordinator. Hire him in NFL. He would have known how to win this game. From the couch, he knows this now.
The couch, actually, is my seat. I mean, but I'm just saying, I mean, you should have learned from the other Super Bowl. They run the ball a little bit. I mean, that's what their forte was on offense. They could have ran the ball, controlled some clock, because Bosa ran out of gas. Bosa was dominating. That D-line is nasty.
Bosa should have won MVP of that Super Bowl. And
the Niners D-line, well, Damian Williams should have won for the Chiefs. I don't know.
That's true.
Everyone's obsessed with Mahomes.
Because they picked someone to be the face of the league. Yeah. And they wanted
Which Mahomes is amazing, but he was not the best player in the game.
No, he wasn't.
I mean, that was a
return.
Dude, yeah, that throw that he tossed up like 40 yards with, dude, what do you call that? Was like what do you call that when it just wobbles the whole way through? Like,
it was a duck.
Yeah, a duck. I was going to say,
I could have caught that.
Yeah, I could have threw that. I don't know what that was. I mean,
it was a Mitchell Trubisky throw.
Dude, Jim McMahon could have thrown that easily at the age of 60.
So you just said Jim McMahon
at the age of 60. At the age of 60? The guy's just been drinking beer. He loves partying, man. He could have thrown
I'm
that
sure
right
he's
now.
done more than drinking beer, but okay.
You're right. He's won a Super Bowl. He changed the nation, Chicago. But anyways, Javon Kinlaw, he's going to step right in for Buckner. You already have Bosa, D Ford. You have a great system in place. Already the best D line in the NFL. So he's going to step right in, man. It's perfect setting for him to maybe win it.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah. So, and then I want to throw in Jalen Johnson as an honorary mention for cornerback for the Bears.
It's hard to win.
Well, it's hard to. I don't think so. It's hard to win at corner.
I do.
So, well, the Bears defense is going to return, but this isn't a Bears
Khalil
show.
Mack is back. They have found him. The APB is done. Yeah. I didn't know where he went last year. They're in the Saints game.
Maybe you should
was he on the field?
Maybe you should go find an eye. Maybe you should find an eye doctor. I couldn't find your defense in the playoffs.
At least we were in the playoffs.
You were in okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah, so that's what we have. So what are we getting next besides?
Okay, so
we covered offense rookies.
Let's go through our MVP odds.
So overall MVP is NFL.
There's only one MVP.
Well, I didn't know if you want to do like offense player of the year, or defense.
No, we'll do MVP, then we'll go offense, defense.
Okay, so MVP.
So we'll go.
So it's pretty much called QVP. You got to be the most valuable quarterback on the best team. That's the word nowadays.
Michael Thomas was in the race last year.
Okay, but let's be honest. That's like the Heisman where they just invite you just to say it's like not a bias or
you have to have one of the best years.
You have to be one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best teams. How Drew Brees and Russell Wilson have not won one.
It's robbery.
Preview. They're probably both going to be in mine.
It's robbery.
And don't worry, Aaron Rodgers will have like he'll have like 3 picks and like 15 touchdowns, but they'll find a way to drag to week 17 as an MVP for some god awful reason because they all love him.
Kyle, what did you say Aaron Rodgers a comparison to?
Oh, okay. Sorry. So Packers Nation, you could turn this off, but
no, keep listening. Don't listen to him. He's biased.
Aaron Rodgers is just a glorified, more successful Jay Cutler. His teammates hate him. He's an arrogant prick, but
that's a little excessive.
Okay, but he's talented. Was Jay Cutler not talented? The guy had a cannon. He's just he's a glorified Jay Cutler. He's a Jay Cutler on steroids. He's just accomplished more Jay Cutler. He is Jay Cutler, guys.
I'm cutting you off.
Open your eyes, get some bifocals or glasses or contacts. Aaron Rodgers is just accomplished more than Cutler. The same talent. He's just as arrogant. His teammates don't care. But he has all the talent in the world. He's Jay Cutler. He's glorified Jay Cutler.
Aaron Rodgers has one of the best arms in NFL history. He was Pat Mahomes before Pat Mahomes.
He's just accomplished.
He had a 3 to 4 year stretch where he was the best quarterback. The problem is he has fallen off the past 4 years. Great touchdown interception ratio,
they don't help him at all.
But the eye test, if you watch, he's fallen off, and that's because of the talent.
I thought the Packers GM was wearing blue and orange under his suit during the draft this year.
Any team would love to have the guy.
I thank you. Thank you for helping out the NFC North. But he's a Packers fan. Let it sink in.
Personality-wise, he's similar to Jay Cutler.
And arm talent.
Jay Cutler did not have his arm talent. He had arm strength. That's it.
Dude,
Jay Cutler's mechanics.
Just let this sink in for a second before you all freak out, Packers.
I want to know what's in that cup.
He is. It should be wine because the Blackhawks are going to the Stanley Cup,
dude.
But honestly, he's just a more accomplished Jay Cutler.
We have gotten so far off topic.
Why? Because the Hawks won 3 in 6 years and were voted.
Okay, so tune in. Good episode today. Next episode we'll go over MVP odds. There will be no Bears in this conversation. I'm sorry, Comp.
Well, should. Khalil Mack should be in it, or if Trubisky starts week 1.
Defense Player of the Year. Well, he'll be in that episode. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you guys enjoyed the show. I'm sorry for Kyle's delusional takes.
Go Hawks, bear down.
Go Saints, hoot it, and thanks for listening.
Yep. Goodbye, our football fanatics.